DeathByQuill, and today we're going to be doing one of our first improv scenes for you using something called the Storymatic. It's a game usually used for writers, but you can also use it for improv. And what it is that each of us both have two orangey cards and then a gold card. These two orange cards tell you what your situation is, and this gold card tells you who you are. And so we're going to be making up a story based off of the words that we have. My situation is an unexpected package and supermarket after hours, and my character is a person who did something bad a long time ago.
My situations are long walk with an old friend, and obvious plastic surgery. And my character is an ex-superhero.
Okay, and we're going to be making up a story based off of all these things right on the fly for you. It was the cold and dark and quiet hours of 8 p.m. and Apple grocery store was just closing down for the night.
Then Cleft Chin Man was walking in to get his last-minute groceries. He had a very wide variety of chin-like groceries to get.
Meanwhile, a young lad of about 25 was walking down the street towards the same grocery store. You see, he had left something at the grocery store that was very important to him, and he needed to get it back.
So, Cleft Chin Man is going around to the apples, picking them up, looking at them, putting them in his bag. Various other fruits and vegetables. They're very good for chin strength.
Yeah, very good for chin strength. You want to work that out?
Work out those,
yeah.
those chin muscles.
This young man walks into the grocery store, and the superintendent says, "Sir, we're closed for the day. We only open after hours for ex-superheroes." And he goes, "Well, I left something very important here." And the superintendent says, "Well, we did receive an unexpected package. Could it have been for you?" And the young man said, "Well, maybe it was."
Now, Cleft Chin Man heard a very familiar voice coming from behind him, turned around, and saw none other than his old sidekick, Dynamic Lad.
Now, Dynamic Lad was his sidekick from a long time ago. A mere 2 months. His old sidekick, he parted with Cleft Chin Man because he did something not so good. All those days and days ago.
Yes.
In this package that he left at the supermarket was his way of trying to make amends. But alas, the superintendent would not serve him.
What had happened a long time ago? It's that Dynamic Lad stole candy from a baby. An awful crime that Cleft Chin Man just could not
bear. He couldn't understand why his sidekick would take candy from a poor child. To be fair, it was like a grown man acting as a child. It was like a play thing. But still!
Symbolism!
Symbolism! How could his trusty sidekick take that lollipop from that grown baby man?
How could he?
It was despicable.
Indeed. So he was trying to return the lollipop to Cleft Chin Man as the sign of, wanting forgiveness.
Of bonding.
Yes.
But you see, his old sidekick left the lollipop in a very nicely wrapped package at the supermarket. And he needed it back. It was very important to him, but the superintendent said, "No! You are no longer a sidekick. You may not shop here after hours." And put his hand in his face.
And Cleft Chin Man, seeing the debacle that was unfolding, walked over and said, "What are you doing here?"
And the sidekick turned and gasped.
Because Cleft Chin Man no longer had a cleft chin.
His old sidekick said, "Well, the Cleft Chin Man, how... Wait, why are you still called Cleft Chin Man if you don't have a cleft chin?"
Well, see, there's a lot of paperwork involved in changing one's name. Anyone that gets married would know this.
Yeah. He explained that.
Not anyone. Well,
that's
a lot of people.
That's what Cleft Chin Man said. He was like, there's a lot of paperwork.
It's a giant pain.
Like, Giant Chin Man doesn't sound the same, so he figured he would just keep Cleft Chin Man. It just sounds better. Anyway. And his old sidekick said, "But I've come to make amends."
Cleft Chin Man said, "How could you possibly do that?"
And the sidekick said, "Well, I'm trying to frickin' do that, but the superintendent here is being a mean person." He did not say mean person, but we will leave that up to the imagination.
Stinky doo-doo head.
That's not viewer appropriate.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys.
I thought they should know.
I'm sorry. Okay,
all
that's
right?
what he said.
We are adults here. All right, we can say these kinds of things.
That's what he said.
Stinky doo-doo head.
Stinky doo-doo head.
Anyway, Cleft Chin Man said, "Superintendent, let this lad do what he has to do."
And the superintendent, well, he adjusted his pants and said, "Very well. For the good of humanity." And he went back to his office, and he got that unexpected package from off his desk. Now, it was indeed a very large packet for a lollipop, wrapped in green Christmas tree paper, which happened to be Cleft Chin Man's favorite color and holiday. And he brought it back, and getting down on one knee, he offered it to the old sidekick.
Dynamic Lad took it and presented it to Cleft Chin Man.
Also on his knees.
Also on his knees.
He got down on his knees too.
Yes.
And he said, "I have shamed myself, and I beg for forgiveness." And Cleft Chin Man, well, he looked up at the sky and he asked the heavens above. He said, "Is this the right thing to do?"
And the heavens screamed, "Yeah, open the package!"
And so he took the package.
The heavens were very impatient that day.
Yeah, they were. They were just like, "Oh my god, if we see any more old sidekicks and superheroes fighting, we're just gonna scream." That's what they were thinking, They were pretty cranky that day.
Yeah, the heavens were kind of.
They were some cranky.
They were moody. They were moody.
Yeah. And so, Cleft Chin Man tore the paper off with his chin, for which he was famous for, and took the lid from the box, also with his chin. And what was inside but none other than the most perfect, half-eaten lollipop Cleft Chin Man had ever seen.
A single tear
rolled down his chin from his eye sockets.
Where tears normally come from.
Picked up
the lollipop and bit into the other half, symbolically accepting Dynamic Lad's apology.
And alas, Dynamic Lad and Cleft Chin Man were once again
united, and they walked off into the sunset together.
The glorious tangerine sunset.
Oh, it was a clementine sunset.
The glorious clementine sunset. And the world was not much better. But they were together again.
Yeah.
Yay!